Welcome to Caching Waves. This is an Elliott wave update for CHAINLINK. I'm going to get into the micro count in a moment, but a quick recap out on the daily. Since our significant low at 476, we have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now as for targeting, we take the length of wave 1, extend that off the wave 2 low, target the 1.618 extension, which was at 1421. We got a little bit extended. Then for our wave 5, we take the length of our wave 1, extend that off of our wave 4. You can see we hit that 1-to-1 extension right at 2169. So everything looks good here. We got our wave 2 between the 618 and the 786, high probability zone, and our wave 4 between the 236 and the 382. Now off that 5-wave move, we're looking for a 3-wave correction back before looking for our 3rd wave to the upside, a larger version of this. If you think of this wave 1, this is a larger wave 1 and 2. Now targets for that is all the way at the 1.618 extension at 126.77 if this is a true wave 1 and 2. So off that high, the only issue, I've mentioned this several times, is I have our wave 5 actually over here as per our wave counts. Reason being is after that move, where I can count a clean 5 wave to the upside, we got a 3 and a 3. No 5 waves in this zone, as you can see. So because of that, this is our wave 5, which hit exactly at the 1-to-1 extension for wave 5 equaling wave 1. So we have a very complex correction. We have a flat ABCW, X, ABC for a zigzag, and then finally another X and a Z. W, X, Y, X, Z, ABC. Now the issue I'm having is the bottom in? This was a similar move to Bitcoin where I can count this as 3 or 5 waves. So it's a very difficult count. As per right now, calling it as the low until proven otherwise, but I'll show you why in a moment on the micro count. But if this happens to fail, I would expect this to actually be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and we make some sort of flat 4, 5, and possibly complete down around the 786 at 659. Somewhere about that, if this 808 does not hold. Now, since I can count this as 5 as well, I have to consider the fact that it could possibly be complete and look for a bottoming pattern. We came up just past the 1-to-1, so all targets hit. The question is, do we have a low in? So I'm going to talk about this on the 1-hour count. Now the reason I'm interested in this as a possible bottom in is how well it is holding in this area and grinding sideways. So if we have this as a wave 1 as a diagonal, obviously this is a 3-wave move, not a 5-wave move. This double topped here, so technically even still it's not a impulse, right? It's not. This is a 3-wave as well. So as you're aware, in Elliott wave, we cannot have a triangle as a wave 2, which this looks like a triangle, right? So my first thought is this is potentially an A. If this is all a triangle, this is a B, and we get a C wave up, targeting a 1-to-1 extension of A off of B. Won't be able to confirm that until we start thrusting above these levels, right? After a triangle is done, we expect a thrust. But if this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, or sorry, a wave 1 and 2, very extended wave 2, and the only way we can count that is as a WXY because there can't be a triangle in a wave as a wave 2. So in this scenario, we have a zigzag for a W wave, X wave, 3-wave move, and then our A, B, C, D, E for our Y wave. Now areas I'd be interested in buying that is actually above this X wave. This is a barrier triangle. You can buy the D wave, but I prefer above the X wave. Now what's nice about this setup is your invalidation low area is so low. So if you buy the breakout, your choice, your stop can go right at that E wave in this scenario. And we'd be looking for a third wave. So if the low is in, this is just if, nothing says it has to be, I'd be pulling from that E wave. Possibly we can come a little bit lower. We just can't invalidate that C wave at 10:09. Hard to see that here. 10:09, yeah, is that C wave currently. So if you can wait for the market to come to you and enter in on the trigger of that break. So you just have a trigger order, stop market order, and the stop goes at that E wave. Very easy, right? And if we are targeting a 1.618 extension of the length of wave 1 off this wave 2 low, which is the triangle, this could get quite impulsive. This is one of the ones I think actually looks better in the market right now. We'd be targeting the 1.618 extension, which is all the way up at 1608. And it could get moving pretty quickly. So be looking between 1790 and 1913 unless we get some sort of extensions. But this is what I'd be looking for in this 1-2 scenario. And I know it's an ugly structure, but the fact that we're grinding sideways is giving us an indication that this is potentially bullish. Now, if this is a larger triangle, as an A, B, C, D, E, and this is a running triangle, then we'd just be targeting the 1-to-1. And this would end up being an A, B, C. But you can see in both scenarios, as long as that level holds, the next direction is to the upside. So a very nice trade setup. In the bullish scenario, at least a 7-to-1 to that third wave, if that E wave holds. But potentially very nice. Now, if this is going to fail, obviously this would have to be relabeled as something else, and this could be an A, B, C, D, E potentially, still in the making, where we're getting some sort of complex correction for a B wave, and this we eventually get an equal length wave to the downside. But this does have some validity to it. And I am planning on taking this trade. I'm going to put a trigger order a couple ticks above this X wave. If the market comes to me, I will be in this trade, and my stop will be at this E wave low. If we come a little bit lower, as long as we don't come below this C wave, then my stop would get lowered to that area. Again, waiting for the market to come to me. I'm not just buying here. I'm waiting, because if we start to collapse and just make a different sort of pattern, I'm protected from that. I'm not risking unless the market comes to me. That's the whole point. Okay, not saying this is going to play out. I'm just saying this is the main option available in the bullish scenario right now. It's a 1-2 or an A-B for our C to the upside. But it does look good. You compare this chart to everything else. Everything else has come low, 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 low. This is very nicely trending sideways, which is showing a lot of strength. Now, no surprise, but we'll see if we get this move. This would be a very nice recovery and a start of that third wave if we get this. And again, if we fail, our stop is so tight there with that E wave. And I'd be looking for this to be a fourth wave within this C wave of the Z, and this is not a 5-wave move. Remember, I can count this both ways, but if we failed, I'd expect us to still be in the C wave to the downside. All right, guys, that's it for CHAINLINK. There's my setup, waiting for that X wave. Stop will go at that E, targeting either the 1-to-1 or the 1.618. based on how this pattern plays out, and we'll have to analyze that in real time. All right, guys, that's it for CHAINLINK. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.